Okay, so let's start. We'll start in a child's pose. I don't know how comfortable you are with that, but child's pose. Let your knees go wide. Yep. Drop the seat. Spread the palms. Make a connection here to your breath. Anchor through your hands so there's a lift of the forearms. Yeah. Spread the lower back if you can a little bit more across the top of the feet. Couple more cycles of breath. Good. So from child's pose, you're going to press up onto all fours into a tabletop position. Yep. So your hands are, relatively underneath your shoulders, maybe a tad forward. You'll rock your weight forward so your knees will be on an angle. Tops of the feet can be flat or the toes curled. We're going to bend the elbows. So we're going to lower to a supported push-up. We're going to re-straighten your arms so we're in a supported plank. Draw the core in if you have a core. Seat to heels, child's pose. So on the breath, we'll move a bunch of times like this, and then we're going to do a little add-on. So rock forward. Yep, halfway to a supported push-up. Re-straighten your arms, supported plank. Good. Seat to heels, child's pose. We're just trying to get some movement. Forward. Halfway down. Re-straighten. Seat to heels. On the breath, forward. Halfway down. Re-straighten. Seat to heels. Good. This time you're going to come forward to a tabletop position and you'll step your right foot forward in between your to the right wrist. Back thigh, if you can, is on an angle. Feel your right foot press into the mat. You should feel pretty good stretch with this, and definitely have the blocks nearby for this morning. And then you're going to walk your hands up your thigh, sweep your arms out and up. And we're just going to do a little mobility to see if we can get a little loose. So you're going to inhale, come out of it a little bit. So you're not straightening the leg. You're just coming out of the movement a little. And then you're going to drop into it a little bit. This should probably feel pretty good. You're going to come out of it a little bit. We're all wishing we had a lot of relaxing in our body right now. The rest of us feel like we're 900 years old. Drop forward, pull it back, and then get a little heavier. Good. And then pause. Bring the hands down to frame your front foot. Integrate your back leg. Yep. Back knee is lifted. You're just in this low runner's lunge. And then you're going to walk your hands again up your thigh. Sweep the arms out and up. And this time you're going to straighten 3/4 of the way. You're going to rebend. The back leg's going to stay strong and straight if you can. You're going to straighten 3/4 of the way. The slower you move, obviously, the more powerful it's going to be. And then we're going to rebend. One more time for good luck. We're going to straighten. And then we're going to rebend. Hands to frame the front foot. Step to a down dog. Good. Take 3 breaths in down dog and just feel if you need to pedal it out, you can. The backside of your body gets a really nice long stretch. The toes spread wide across the mat. And the center of the heel starts to melt towards the ground. And then roll forward to a plank position like a wave. Lead with your chest if possible. So there's a pulling of your shoulders apart. Good. Drop your knees down so you're in a little tabletop position and step the left foot forward. The left foot slides forward so you're in this low lunge. Be here for a beat and just feel. Yeah. Back thigh, I like it on an angle. Walk the hands up the top of the thigh. Sweep the arms out and up. We do everything in steps because we have no idea what we're going to find along the way. Mom, I went for a run and all the towels from my pool were it was like up the street. Like a yard sale. I was collecting towels. So here in this pose, you're going to straighten the left leg just a little bit. You're not going to go straight, very, very straight. and then get a little heavier. Good. You're gonna pull out of it a little bit so it's more up and down with that front thigh, and then you'll rebend into it 2 more times. You'll pull out of it just a little bit so the right thigh is more straight up and down, and then you'll get a little heavier into it 1 more time. You're gonna pull out of it just a little bit, and then sit back into it and just pause for a sec. Hands to frame your front foot. Integrate your back right leg so now it gets a real solid grip. Left knee over left ankle. Walk your hands up the top of the thigh. Sweep your arms out and up. High lunge. And then you're going to straighten your left leg on track 3/4 of the way. Squeeze your outer hips in and then rebend. Good. Try it again. Straighten slow, side ribs long. And then rebend. One more time. You're going to straighten. And then you'll rebend. Hands to frame your front foot, downward facing dog. So that kind of movement, Steph, is really good when you feel tight, like you feel like really like kind of choked up in the backs of the legs. So go ahead and just step the right foot forward into a low lunge. Yep. Come to the fingertips. Step left foot to meet right foot, top of mat. Let's all take it feet hips width today. Long spine on the inhale breath. Hands are coming to the shins for some of us. If you don't make it to the floor, exhale, fold, let the head go. Your knees can be as bent as you need. You'll root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. So from the top here, arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. And at the top of the mat, come to the fingertips, long spine. Take a generous step back with your right leg. The left foot joins plank. When you hit this plank position, you may prefer to drop your knees for all of them. Halfway to a push-up or supported push-up, you pick. Up dog or cobra, see what feels best in your body. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. So we'll just move on the breath. The left foot lands forward, be on your fingertips. Bring the right foot forward. Long spine on the inhale. Hands are welcome to just rest on shins. Exhale, fold into yourself. Let your head go. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine sets you up. Big step with your left leg. Right foot joins plank. Add in the push-up of your choice. Up dog, cobra, none of these if it doesn't work. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Step the right foot forward, low lunge. Let the left foot meet the top of the mat. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Arms go up, keep moving, dive over, bent knees, forward fold, let your head go. Long spine to set it up. Right foot takes a really big step back. Plant the palms, left foot joins plank. Push up here. Back bend of choice. Hips go up and back. Down dog. Left foot lands. Right foot meets top of mat. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. One more like this. Arms go straight up. Dive in half, bend your knees, let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Left foot takes a big step back. Right foot joins plank. Halfway to a push-up. Upward facing, smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Take a full breath out. All right. Find the music. I don't know what we got here. Look to the top of the mat. Step, step. Float, feet there. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag the hands to prayer. Drop the arms down. Arms go straight up. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold, let the head go. Long spine to prepare. Step, step, plank. Halfway to a push-up. Upward facing, smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, crescent lunge. Yep. Take your arms forward like this, like you're handing a tray to someone. Wrap your left arm underneath your right arm. Rather than yanking down, lift the elbows up. Wrap the left thigh around the right thigh. Do your best with it. You don't have to hook the toe. You can have it down like I'm demonstrating here too. Steer the knees a little to the left. Hips a tad to the right. Weights in the standing right heel. Fix your eyes on something that's not moving. Squeeze. Unravel your arms. Let's guide the left leg back, warrior one. Yeah. Good. Steer the left ribs forward. Hands to frame your front foot. Vinyasa of choice are always welcome just to go to dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Okay, we're gonna have a little fun. Step the left foot forward, crescent lunge. Yeah. Arms come forward, wrap your right arm underneath your left arm. Rather than tugging down, lift up. This is gonna give you a good stretch to the upper shoulder blades. Guide the right leg around the left leg. Ooh, this side's much tighter for me. Yeah, because of the driving leg. Squeeze the legs. Weight in that standing left heel. Fix your eyes on something that's not moving. Unravel just your arms and then guide your right leg back the best that you can, warrior one. Yeah, your back foot's on a strong angle so your right ribs can spin forward. Hands to frame your front foot, vinyasa. Upward facing. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Right foot lands, crescent lunge. Yeah. Step up into tree. Use your hand. We're trying to put Katie into labor. We're going to end the class early when we end up at St. Barnabas, and Dara's going to wish she was here. She's an OBGYN. Kind of funny. It doesn't help us that she's on Zoom. Way to go. It's her day off. Guide the left leg back, warrior one. Something to remember. Hands to frame your front foot. Adding your push up, your back bend. Hips go up and back, down dog. The left foot lands, crescent lunge. Step up into tree. You could use your hand. Yeah, the branches of your tree, you want to grow them up. Hook the hips in, side ribs long. Doesn't have to be perfect. So the idea is just to kind of get ourselves out of our own way. And moving our energy. The arms and the energy stay up. The right leg guides back, warrior one. To the floor we go, chaturanga push up. Upward facing pulls you through. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Right foot lands, crescent lunge. So you're going to press up and you're going to grab the outside of your left foot. So it's going to look like this, into a dancer with your hand on the outside. And you're just going to fire it up and kick a little up and back. Just from the outside, so you have the rotation of your shoulder. Yeah. Soften the right standing leg and work on your hips staying really forward. Release the left leg in space. The left arm comes forward. Giant step back, warrior one. Yeah, you got it. Hands to the ground, vinyasa. See, it's fun. Up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot lands, crescent lunge. So the energy is staying up. So as you press up, you just hook the outside of that foot and you kick up and back, and don't get caught up in depth. You could be moving 1 inch away from your body or 20. Hip points are forward though. So your front ribs are moving forward and you're not opening. Soften that left knee a little. Keep the right leg in space. Just release the right leg and the right arm. Giant step back, warrior one. Yeah, trust that your foot knows where to land. It may not though. Hands to frame your front foot. Vinyasa. Up dog. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Look where you want to go, step or float top of mat. Long spine weight is forward. Fold. Heavy in your heels for chair. Stick your butt way back. The center of your heels press down. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Heavy in your heels, chair. Dive over, bent knees forward, fold. Let your head go. Long spine, prepare, step or float vinyasa. So at this point, it's just about finding some movement, your breath. Don't get too caught up. Right foot lands, back foot turns, rise. Warrior one. Back down we go. Chaturanga. Up dog. Hips go up and back down dog. You got it. Left foot forward, back foot turns. Looks good. Back down we go. Upward facing. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Check in with your index finger, Steph, and turn them out a tad. Yeah, spread your palms wide. Good. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Get there light. Long spine. Fold. Heavy in your heels, chair. So just kind of looping it all together. Press up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Keep going. Arms go straight up. Heavy in your heels for chair. Stick your butt way back. Dive over, bent knees forward, fold, let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Step, step, float through a vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns, rise, warrior one. Back down we go through a push-up or just right to dog. The left foot lands on your breath, rise. To the floor we go, chaturanga. Up dog is smooth. Good. Hips go up and back down dog. Good. Look where you want to go. Step, step, float, top of mat. Long spine. Fold. Heavy in your heels, chair. Press to stand. Drag it to prayer. They go fast when you do it like this. Arms go straight up. Heavy in your heels, chair. There's nothing worse than dreading sun bees. Yeah. Dive over, bent knees, forward, fold. Long spine to prepare. Step, step, float. Keep it moving. Peel your chest through your body. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns, rise, warrior one. You want to use that back foot as an anchor. Hands back down, chaturanga. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot forward, back foot turns, rise. Back down we go. Upward facing, smooth transitions. Hips go up and back, down dog. Step the right foot smack in between the hands, turn the back foot strong. Let's take the block and caddy it here. You could even use two if you needed to. Right palm to the instep of the foot, left arm peels open. So it's B variation from the ground up. Yeah, arm can always pop up onto the top of the thigh if it's too much. Yeah. Make sure the stance is long enough. Yeah, back foot turns in on an angle. You kind of caddy yourself into the instep of that right leg. So you get that hip opener, and then your left hand can stay up or could wrap behind your back for a half bind. You pick. So whatever feels good in your body. It could be a half bind. Keep gripping your right hip under. Yeah, if you need to just rest your arm on your thigh, that's a great alternative. Grip your right hip, turn your bottom ribs, steer your chest open. Breathe. Stay with it. Heavy in your legs, keep the shape of the pose. Pull up warrior two. Open up really wide, spread open. Lengthen your tailbone. Yeah. Oh, great song. Wrap that inner right thigh open, soften the shoulders down the back, and close your eyes. Hold here 5 breaths. Breathe your left arm just as open as your front right arm. So there's a lot of symmetry, a lot of evenness in this. Turn your inner right thigh open. So keep the right leg, legs like this. Just flip your palms up. So you're on an exhale breath, you're going to straighten your right leg about 3/4 of the way and bring your arms straight up towards the sky. See if you can bring them together to a prayer over the top of the head. Right. Keep steering your left ribs back, your right ribs forward. Perfect. You're going to drop back down. The palms stay open. Warrior 2. So we're just going to move like this a few more breaths. So stretch up, straighten the leg. Hands can come to shoulder width or prayer. Rebend into that front thigh. One more time. You're going to straighten the leg. Do it slow. Feel your outer hips grip. Good. See if you can draw that energy together. Rebend into the front thigh and then flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Yeah, the side body gets a nice opening. From reverse warrior, you're going to circle it to the floor into an easy twist. Katie, you'll just hover in the low lunge. Your left heel is lifted. I'm going to use a block today, or just have your hand to the instep of the foot. The right arm peels open, either way. Right hand can always go on the flat part of your back if taking your right arm open doesn't feel good. Look sideways, look up. Pay attention to your right heel, your right hip, your right knee, that it's all lining up. Yeah, because that's what ends up happening. 2 more. Good. So if your hand is on the block, shove it out of the way. Left palm goes flat. Left knee is going to drop and turn open. We're moving into supported side plank with the right leg lifted. Stack open here. Bend your right knee in half. Grab your ankle and give it a little kick behind you. So it's a supported side plank with Shavasana. Take out what doesn't feel good. Couple more. Release the right leg, the right arm. Listen carefully. Eyes to the floor. Right hand comes down. Steer the hips towards the mat so you're in a little tabletop, kind of how we were before, but we never lifted the leg. Step the right foot forward. Bless you. Lift the back knee. Turn the back foot on a strong angle and rise warrior 1. When you come up to warrior 1, wrap your left arm underneath your right arm. Inhale the breath. Exhale, come forward. Humble warrior with eagle arms. So slide your right shoulder to the instep of the right leg. Let your head drop and breathe here 5 breaths. Watch your right hip, grip it in, and keep steering the left ribs forward. I want to feel like you're like taking your forearms and moving them to the front edge of the mat. Good. Pull the torso up nice and slow. That's the hardest part. Reach your arms out and up. Take it to the floor through a vinyasa of choice. You're welcome to just slide back to a dog, hold and breathe. Exhale all the breath out. From your down dog, just step your left foot forward, turn your back foot on a strong angle, use your block or not, instep of the left foot, right arm peels open, easy twist. Not easy twist, B variation of extended side angle. Yeah. Block or no block, so your arm can just rest on the top of your thigh if it's too much. Perfect. Yeah. Add in the half bind, no bind. You can think about a bind. Yeah. There's an opening of your chest. So you kind of want to steer your chest open. It's getting warmer. Taking off our clothes out here. Yeah. Couple more. Stay with it. Crown of the head kind of leads over that front foot. Two more. Sharp exhale breath. Warrior 2, pull it up. Warrior 2, pull it up. Yeah. Wrap that inner thigh open, spread your arms open nice and wide. Make sure your back foot's always on a little angle. And think about sitting straight down so your tailbone drops. Nice evenness through your upper body. Close your eyes and just feel. Finding a little bit of relaxation and a strong holding pose. Keep your energy up. Back leg strong and straight. Flip your palms to the sky. You're going to straighten your arms straight up and your left leg will straighten on track. Your hands go up, shoulder width or in a prayer. You drop back down with palms open towards the sky so the shoulders drop down the back, warrior two. So just like that a few times. Sweep the arms out, not move the energy. The slower you go, it's like you're moving to molasses. Drop back down. Reach up. Drop back down. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Side body gets a nice opening. Circle it to the floor to an easy twist with your left foot forward. You can use a block. You could drop your knee. You can just hover. Peel your left arm open. The idea here is to stack the two shoulders neatly and nicely. I know for myself, my right shoulder has a tendency to roll in. Yeah, so a block could be good. Look sideways, look up. Breathe, couple more. Right palm goes flat. You have to move the block. Drop the right knee. Turn the right foot out a little on an angle. I keep my toes curled. And then extend your left leg up and your left arm up for supported side plank. Bend your left knee to even get hold of your foot for supported side plank with Chopasana, which is a little bind. Take out whatever doesn't feel good. Squeeze the left shoulder kind of down the back. Yeah, and draw your left heel closer towards your bum. Release the arm and the leg into space. Eyes to the floor, left hand comes down. Even it out so you're squared off. You're in a three-legged tabletop. Step the left foot forward and through in this little baby tabletop. Engage your back leg. Turn the back foot on a strong angle. Rise warrior one. When you come up to warrior one on this side, wrap your right arm underneath your left arm. Yeah, inhale the breath, eyes of the shoulders lift. Exhale, you slide down into humble with eagle arms. Let the head just drop, left hip grips in. This feels so much better than regular to me, personally. Steer your right ribs forward, let your head go, and just breathe. Anchor strong through your legs, pull your torso up. You got it. Sweep your arms out and up. Hands to frame your front foot through vinyasa. Upward facing is smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Step the right foot smack in between the hands. Turn the back foot strong. From the ground up, let's find triangle. Yeah, so your back foot's like on a nice open angle. Use a block if it doesn't work, grabbing anywhere across the front of your right shin. And just keep in mind that your front leg always has a slight or deep bend, depending on you. Hook your hips in. And then there's a feeling that you're leaning back a little. Use your breath, and then just find some stillness. Good. Look down, step up into Ardha. I'm going to bring my left hand to my hip and slide my block up on its highest setting, just because my balance today feels a little, not so good. And then from here, you work into your Ardha. They bugging you? Good. Keep your right foot forward, grip your right hip in. Nice. Find lightness. Anything you want to add in this pose. Yeah, if you want to bind it up, go for it. I'm going to kick behind me. Nice, Dara. Looks really good. Take your bottom ribs, keep turning them, and look sideways, look up. Release the leg, release the arm. Take your time in this transition. We're going to step back to triangle. So do it really, really slow. Yep. There you go. Nice work. Pull up anywhere across the front of that right shin. Yeah. Side ribs long, look sideways, look up. Couple more. Good. Top arm's going to pull you up to stand. Hands to hips. Turn your right toes in. Interlace your hands behind your back. Pick a grip that works for you. Inhale, eyes of the shoulders lift. Bend your knees a lot. Exhale, come down the center. Steph, turn your toes in just a tiny bit more. And if having the hands bound doesn't feel good, I'll demonstrate what I do. I take 2 blocks. Katie, if that doesn't feel good, I don't know how it feels. I just slide them here and I kind of rest down. My head drops. Giving an alternative in this variation, always having your knees very bent. If your head hits the ground, you need a bigger step. Anytime you drop your head below your heart, it's like an inversion. So all good stuff is happening. Mostly calming our central nervous system. Good. Release the bind if you still have it. If not, come to the fingertips, long spine. Good. Hands to your hips. Halfway up, come the rest of the way up. So all you're going to do here is pick up your right foot so it faces forward and literally turn your back foot in. So you have about 3 feet distance between your 2 feet. So we're setting ourselves, we did all this hamstrings, the twisting triangle would be appropriate here. Walk the right foot a little to the right. Do Parsvo instead. Right hand on right hip, left arm extends up, halfway down, steer your right hip back, and then come the rest of the way down for your twisting triangle. Right hand on the flat part of your back. Good, and then peel open. So look sideways, Steph, then look up. There you go. And feel like someone's got you by one of those stretchy bands and they're pulling you to the back edge of the mat. Nice bold movement here. Anchor through your legs, power through your feet. The breath to support the shape of the pose. 2 more. Or 3 more. It feels good, might as well stay. Right hand to the floor, step to a down dog. When you get to down dog, 1 sweet motion plank, halfway to a push-up, up dog pulls you through, hips go up and back downward facing. Step the left foot smack in between the hands, turn the back foot strong from the ground up, find your way into triangle. Yeah, and if you need the block, just slide it to the outside. Your left ribs turn. Stack open nicely here. 2 shoulders slide down the back. Put a little more attention towards that back leg. Yeah. Breathe. Right hand slides to hip, look down. Let's step up to Ardha. Use the block, step right up to Ardha here. Keeping your left foot forward's the hardest part. Grip your left hip in, stack it open. Add in whatever feels good. I'm going to take a little bind on this side just to give my psoas a little bit more of a stretch. Yeah, the kick goes behind you. Bottom ribs turn. Continue to breathe. Yeah, good job. Regular Ardha. Transitions are key. So everything nice and light back to a triangle. Take your time. We don't always nail it, but we try. And then lean back into it a little. Yeah. The power of your back leg and your right arm pulls you up. Arms are nice and wide. Turn the left toes in. Clasp the hands the opposite direction. If you use the blocks, take them again. Inhale the breath. Exhale, come down the center. I'm going to go back with these blocks. And maybe this time I could drop them a little lower. Yeah, so I took them this way now, Katie. Yep. Bend your knees as much as you need. Let your head go, relax your jaw, relax your face. So much value just from hanging upside down. Good. If you have the bind, release the bind. Everybody else, hands to the floor blocks, halfway up, hands to your hips. Come the rest of the way up. Good. Pick up your left toes. Completely turn your back foot forward so your feet are about hips width apart, and it's like a shorter warrior one stance. Turn your back foot more forward and over towards Katie. Left hand on hip, right arm extends up. Side body long, reach way out like you're reaching for something, and then set up for your twisting triangle. And then play with the splay of the block. Sometimes it feels better to have the block directly underneath the shoulder, sometimes a little bit more forward. Left hand on the flat part of your back gives you good info, like, am I aligned? And if you are, then you stack it open. Kind of want to steer your hips up and back. Yeah. Watch your right shoulder. Yeah. Anchor your feet. Squeeze your inner and outer thighs together. Twist. Left hand to the floor. Step to the top of the mat. Half lift. Forward fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Stand on your right leg. Make the figure four with your left. Arms come up. Sit into chair this way. Yep. I know I sometimes need to use my hands to get my foot in the proper place. Reach way forward. Set up your blocks here. And we'll get a solid ankle to knee. Yes, flex the foot around the outside of that tricep. That's how you're going to really get that foot to caddy, if you're able to. Good. And then breathe. So this is where flying pigeon comes in, but today we're just going to take the hip opener. Yeah, so you could drop the blocks down lower if you need less. Steer your hips back and keep your chest very open. Good work. This is a brutal pose. Yeah. We're going to add on. So stay with me, guys. Use the strength of your body. Start to come up, hands to hips. Don't let your left leg touch. Draw your left leg up to a 90-degree angle. Reach for the outside of your left thigh with your right hand and peel your left arm back. You can just stay center. If you're able to get the outer part of your foot and kick your leg forward for dancing Shiva, go for it. Yep, stand up really tall. Standing right leg is straight, left leg can have as much bend as it needs. Start to look sideways and then look back. Pull around to center, arms up, leg up. Mine's in a 90-degree angle. Anywhere you want your arms for warrior three, my arms are going to go back. The hands can rest onto blocks. Kind of a transitional pose, hands to prayer. Steer the chest open, neutralize the body here. Giant step back, crescent lunge, sweep your arms out and up. Drag the hands to prayer, lean way out, hook the elbow and twist. Yeah. Just, you could take off some more like a lizardy, where you're just down and you can just give yourself more of that type of stretch. Yeah. You can drop your back knee for this. Hook in and twist open. Back leg supercharged up. Look sideways, look up. Point your right elbow towards the sky. You got it. Get in there. The nitty gritty. Couple more. Two more. Hands to frame your front foot. Plank position. Lean on your left hand. Let's stagger the feet for Vashi. Take regular version of Vashisthasana, modified version of Vashisthasana. Lift from your bottom hip to your top hip. Lift your top arm up. Breathe yourself open here. Plank position slow. Chaturanga position, chaturanga slow. Up dog pulls you through slow. Hips go up and back, down dog. Nice work. Look to the top of the mat, step, float, skip, crawl. Long spine, fold, root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. So that was fun. Stand on your left leg, cross your right ankle. This side's my bedside. Oof. Gonna come down into this. Set it up like a little chair. Oh my God. Chair, chair, chair. Then lean way out and get in there. I'm definitely going high with the blocks. Yeah. Nice, Dara. Perfect. Come down into it. Flex the foot. That's the trick with this pose. If you can flex your foot around the outside of the tricep, then that's what's going to hook that hip in. Keep your chest really open. Steer your hips straight back. Weight in that standing left heel. Couple more. It's one of those poses. It's like a half pigeon where you have to kind of hold in it for a little. Start to break down the fascial level on a fascial level. Okay, to get out, do it slow. So the weight presses into the standing left heel, hands to your hips, right leg draws up to a 90-degree angle. Start with the left hand to the outside of the right thigh and just wrap your right arm back. If you're able to get hold of your foot and kick the leg forward, mine is super bent, but my standing left leg is straight. You peel open for a version of dancing Shiva. Doing it with a bent leg is totally fine. Look sideways, look back, stand up really, really tall. Keep the lift of the leg, pull around to center. Arms can be straight up, leg at a 90-degree angle. Yeah, anywhere you want in your arms, feed that leg back and through Warrior 3. You're welcome to use blocks if the balance is a little unstable. Warrior 3, though, everything is neutral to the ground. Your chest lifts a little higher and definitely focus on softening that left knee. Giant step back, guide that foot back, crescent lunge. If it doesn't feel right, set it up, high on the ball of your back foot. Hip points forward, drag your hands to prayer. Lean way out, hook the elbow and twist. Yeah. Back leg supercharged up, hook in there. Look sideways, look up, point your left elbow towards the sky. Open up your arms, do anything that feels good in your body here. Three more. Hands to frame your front foot. Plank. Slow transition to side plank on your right hand. I'm going to stagger the feet. You can go back to what we did before modifying. Yep. Any variation you know you can hold for a few really good breaths. From bottom hip to top hip lift. Slow transition plank. Chaturanga. Up dog, smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right knee forward, half pigeon. Yeah, just keep it kind of flowing here. Half pigeon, right side. Yep, there's a big gap between the floor and your right kind of hip area. Slide a block underneath the bolster. Good job. Let yourself just kind of melt into it. Going a little deeper. Good. Let's pull our torso up. Lean on the right side. Swing the left leg around for this little baby little tree. Right hand behind you for sail pose, lifting up and back. Yeah. Right knee down, right palm flat. Yeah, you just lift up as much as your body's going to take you in that up. Exhale the breath, start to lower. When you hit the floor, your right knee forward, your left knee on top for Gomukhasana leg. So you're going to go like this. It's a cow seat. So both knees kind of stack. I go into a little tabletop to do this. And then you slide back. Yeah. So two knees on top. Oh, wow. We need this. Good. You can hook the big toes. Inhale the breath. Stay very upright. If you have more range of motion, more flexibility, you're welcome to fold. There's no folding in my version right now. Close your eyes, just go inward and breathe. Pull the torso up, hands behind your back, unravel the legs and press up into a little baby tabletop. Lengthen the tailbone, press down into the mat. Good. Lower the bum to the floor. Hook your big toes and extend the legs forward for a boat navasana with big toes grab. Yep. You just take Baddha Konasana. Keep the legs in space. Reach your arms forward. 5 breaths. Cross the ankles, step, float, skip, crawl back. One last vinyasa here. Pull yourself to a smooth transition of an up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Land your left foot forward, half pigeon. And fold. Yeah. So it's great because sometimes it feels good to not twist as much or not be in poses so like intently, like more of a free flow. Go in a little bit more. Good. Lift your torso up, lean onto the left side, sweep your right leg forward for a little half tree. Left hand behind you, right arm reaches up and back, sail pose. Lift a little higher. Exhale the breath, lower down. When you hit the floor, swing the left knee forward and kind of stack up your right leg on top. So the easiest way to get in is a little tabletop, kind of stack your two knees in front of one another. Feet separate, and then you sit back. You want even distance between your hips and your heels, if possible. Yeah, bring more weight. So come more into a tabletop. And when you're in that tabletop, slide your right knee in front of your left. So it's like this, tabletop, and stack it up. Yeah, perfect. And then when you sit back, you may need to sit on a block. See how it feels. Yeah, it's good. So this works on outer rotational hip stretching. Sit up nice and tall or fold. Couple more breaths. Good. Pull the torso up, unravel the legs, flip the palms around, reverse tabletop first, just for like a 3 breaths. Lift up. I don't drop my head back in this pose. I keep my neck neutral personally. Lower your seat. So you're going to take both this time, hands to the sides of your feet, legs are going to lift. And then lift your chest. Yeah. And then if you can, keep your legs in space, reach your arms straight up. Knees can be bent a little. Bhotanavasana. Lift up higher. Lower Ardha Navasana. Lower back spreads, neck is neutral. Good. Exhale the breath, lower down. Set up for bridge. Just one set. Slide your blocks underneath your feet. Wheel pose if you feel like you're ready. Lift your hips up. I have been setting up feet on blocks like a regular bridge, just elevating them. And then there's a lot of space from the tailbone to the backs of the knees that you can create. If you're going to go up to a full wheel, you can also do it with your feet on the blocks. Press the floor away and lift. Wrap your inner thighs down and under. Anchor your feet into the floor. Exhale the breath, lower down. When you hit the floor, hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a big active squeeze. Reach for the outer blades of your feet for happy baby. Pull the knees down around the rib cage. Extend the left leg forward, hug your right knee in, give it a good squeeze. Take the right leg over towards the left for a supine twist. Keep the right shoulder blade down on the mat. Good. Roll to center, relax the right leg out, hug the left knee in, give it a good little squeeze. Take it over to the right, supine twist, pretty basic. Roll up to center, hug the knees in evenly, really squeeze tight. And for the last minute or two, set up for a great Shavasana. So the hardest, most challenging, most master pose. Complete rest. Complete rest. Let your body, your mind, your breath, everything just kind of drop. Take a big breath in. Follow it up with a loud exhale breath out. Arms reach up over the top of your head, a full stretch. Hug your knees in towards your chest, a big squeeze. And rock up any way that you can to just sit for a moment and just feel. Feel the effects of this morning's practice on you. It's always different, ever changing. Hands to prayer, bow your head. Lift the head, open the eyes. Namaste. We got it done. Awesome practice. Way to go. We feel a lot looser.